Hey YouTube, welcome to my channel. I'm Nikki from Jenic Fashions, and in this video I'm going to be going over how to make a half circle sleeve dress. So you may be wondering, what is a half circle sleeve dress? Is it a half sleeve dress? And no, here is my half circle sleeve dress. And I absolutely adore this dress. It is different, it looks different depending on how you're standing, how you have your arms placed. If you have your arms down, it could look more casual. If you want to really steal the show, you can put your arms up. You can put half up, half down. It's all up to your creativity. I'll be walking you through all the steps, and you might actually be surprised. It's actually quite easy. If you like what you see on my channel and you want more videos like it, more DIY tutorials for fashion, for other sewing projects, don't forget to press like, don't forget to subscribe. Enjoy the tutorial. In order to make my dress, I'll be using two different fabrics. I'll be using two different knits, one for the outside, and this will be used as a lining. My fabric is folded in four, so I folded it in half, and then I folded it in half again, lengthwise. And it stretches in this direction. So I made this sweater dress last week, and I'll be using it this week as a pattern. If you don't have a dress to use, you can also use a shirt and a pencil skirt. That works also. So this is the fold line of my dress, and this is the fold line of my fabric, and I placed it on top of my fabric. And now I am going to pin along the shape of the dress. Now that I have my pins going around the shape of the dress, I'm going to cut it out. Right now I have all four layers of this dress pinned together, and so I only want 2 layers and 2 layers pinned together. So in order to open everything up, I'm going to unpin, but before I unpin everything, I'm just going to repin the top 2 layers and take another pin and pin the 2 bottom layers together. And I'm going to do that for the whole length of the dress. Here's the dress all pinned together at the seams and at the shoulders. I tried it on and I took a pin and marked where I wanted the left side to land. So it's going to be an asymmetric dress. The left side is going to be much shorter than the right side. So I marked where I want the left side to land and where I want the right side to land. And I'm going to use a tape measure just as a guide and mark out the shape of the line. And as I am marking that shape out, when I get to the bottom part, I'm going to just flatten it out a little bit so that I don't have a pointy edge at the right side of the dress. I want to have it kind of flatten out a little bit. So I'm now going to cut the bottom of the dress off, leaving a 1-inch seam allowance. I sewed my side seams and my shoulders with a zigzag stitch, and I tried the dress on and marked where I want my neckline to fall. Each sleeve will be represented by half a circle. In order to get my half a circle, I've folded my fabric in half, and I will be tracing out the shape of a quarter circle here and an approximate quarter circle here. And I'll get into why it's an approximate quarter circle in a second. The first measurement that I'll need is the circumference around the arm where the sleeve will be attached. In order to get that measurement, I took a tape measure to that area and I got 16.25. So now, in order to calculate the length that I'll need in order to make the radius for my circle here, or my portion of the circle here, I'll have to divide by 3.14. Alright, that number is always going to be 3.14 when you're doing a half a circle in order to get the radius. After doing my calculation, I got that the radius here should be approximately equal to 5. So I'm going to measure 5 from a marker that I put here, and I'm going to mark it out with a pin. And I'm going to go all the way around and mark out my 5 inches going in a quarter circle. Now we need to mark out an approximate quarter circle that will represent the hem of the sleeve. Now I say an approximate quarter circle because one part of the circle, the part that has to be attached to the shoulder, must be longer than the part that's inside. So I've taken the 2 measurements and I got that the longer part needs to be 26 inches and the shorter part needs to be 22 inches. I added 26 inches here to my 5 inches here and got 31 inches. I did the same on that side, adding 22 inches to 5 inches and got 27 inches. And I gradually closed the circle in a little bit as I went in that direction. So it looks like a quarter circle, but this side is just a little bit longer than that side. All right, so now I can go ahead and cut that out. I cut the shape out and I went to the machine and sewed this with a zigzag stitch. And now I'm ready to attach the sleeve. My dress is inside out and my sleeve is right side out. And I'm going to take my sleeve and I'm going to stuff it into the armhole of the dress. Now I'm going to match seam to seam, right side to right side. And I'm going to pin this together on the inside. Now that I've pinned the sleeve to the dress, I can take this to the machine and join it with a zigzag stitch. I'll also be cleaning everything up that I've done so far with my new serger. Okay, so I'm going to pause the video right here to let you know that I actually did line this dress, but I did not include it in this video. I realized as I was doing it, it was a video all to itself. And it's such a valuable tool to be able to line any dress. It doesn't matter if it's a DIY dress or a dress that you bought from the store that you can see through and you want to wear it, but you don't want to wear it because you can see right through it. All right, so here is my dress and here is where it's attached, the lining. It's kind of like a tank top. And it's not a tank top because it goes all the way down and I have attached it to the seams here, so it is covering everything that it needs to cover. Nothing is see-through. If you're interested in learning how to make a lining like this that can go really on any dress that has sleeves, leave that in the comments below and I will make sure to create that tutorial for you. The outer shell of the dress is almost complete. I just have to hem the sleeves, the neck, and the bottom. And so I pinned the sleeves and neck, and I am going to show you how I go about pinning so that I can hem the bottom. In order to hem the dress, I fold the fabric and then I fold again. So I'm doing a double fold and pinning. And I go through and do this all around the bottom of the dress.